Drill. I'm going to update you on all the great things we've done this week, as well as some of the great things we're going to be doing next week. First, we're coming to you live from New York City with our Where in the World field trip. New York City is a great city. It's especially one of our favorites because they do a lot of the filming for our favorite superhero movies right here, and the kids are getting into the act. We have kids lifting cars. We have kids teleporting in and out. We have kids who are like multiplying, which I think they're going to need another classroom for. And we also have some guy, he's around here, he's a speedster, he's running really fast. Oh, ah! Wow, thanks, man. All right, so now we're going to go to a great report because the reason why New York City is great because it's so big, so large, one of the best cities in the world. And it has a lot of history, too. So we have two young ladies who are going to do a report about Times Square and the history of Times Square. Take it away, ladies.
Thank you, Mr. Marniello. Times Square is a really big place. It is located in Manhattan. You can travel there by a bus or a ferry to get to Times Square. The area around Times Square is New York City. On New Year's Eve, a big ball drops down to the ground at midnight. Times Square was first little buildings, and then they made big buildings. It was named in 1904 after the Times building that was finished in 1907. They have lots of stores. They also have a McDonald's. So Times Square is a good place to visit. Back to you.
Thank you, ladies. Now for the 2-minute drill. Fractions. We are doing a great job with fractions and problem solving with fractions. I'm going to show you a model here. This model can be used to find the fraction of a number. So what we do is we take the fraction, we draw a rectangle, we split the rectangle into the fraction. Here we split it into fourths. Then what we do is we distribute the number, 12, into each of the boxes equally because fractions are about equal pieces. So as you can see, 1/4 of 12 equals 3. We've been utilizing this strategy for a lot of different fractions and numbers, and it seems to be successful, so continue working on this model at home if your students have a little bit of difficulty with that math homework. Reading response. We're going to talk a lot about reading response here and how to respond to a question when it's referring to a reading that they've done. So we want to make sure that students are able to read a text and be able to answer the question properly. So we ask them to restate it. We ask them to answer the question completely. We ask them to cite evidence and explain why they chose that evidence. And then finally, we ask them to summarize what they've answered. So we want them to be excellent at reading responses. So that's the format we'll be using here at school. And you may hear your students talk about it at home at the dinner table. Finally, headphones. Every once in a while I give an announcement about headphones, and you know we utilize our headphones a lot in here and they're in our desks and things. One observation I've made is that the earbuds seem to be holding up a little bit better than the bigger headphones. Could you please check with your child this weekend to make sure that they have a working set of headphones? Otherwise we have students' computers talking to them and they do need to listen to the programs that they're working on. But it does get a little loud and kids have a hard time concentrating when we have multiple computers doing those exercises out loud, so we want them to be able to listen to their computer individually. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention this evening.
Yellow.
Yes?
There's a new superhero.
I think we're going to need a bigger bus.